And we're live. So I'm just going to give a few minutes for you all to come up here. This is going to be a very quick live. I have an appointment at 11. So, yeah, I'm just going to show some of the body cam footage, and then I'm going to also go over an article that includes another video. So, if I can just get a 1, if you all can hear me, and then we'll start this broadcast. I'm not going to be able to interact in the chat just because I have the I have to get this over with, but I want you all to see it. Ginger Locks, hey, what's going on? CJ, all right, everything good? Okay. So what I'm going to present to you all is the body cam footage of where Lori Vallow's husband or ex-husband was shot. I haven't even seen it yet. I've seen just a few minutes. I haven't seen it in its entirety. So we'll watch that. And then there's, as of 9 hours ago, there's some new interesting information that even the police were just made aware of as of 9 hours ago. So, all right, let's get this party started. And okay, so I'm going to do this real quick. Hey, Kim, let me know if you can hear the audio first when I just hit play real quick, okay? Put a 1.
Who else is in the house? Okay, just have a seat right there. Let's get FD in here. Have a seat. You have some ID on you, sir?
Yeah. All right, good.
What happened today? How did it get to this?
I don't know. He was enraged.
What's going on? What happened?
He was talking with my sister earlier.
No, what happened today, though? Like, just in the last 20 minutes.
He came at me with a bat.
Okay. Was he living here or
no.
visiting?
He came to pick up the son.
Okay, is the son inside?
No. My sister took him to school.
Okay, so it was just you at the house?
Yes.
And he came, how long, what time did he come to pick up the son?
I don't know, 20 minutes ago maybe.
Okay, so you know who he is, let him in?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think they were talking earlier, then she left, and then he got into it with me.
What was he yelling at you about?
My sister, because I've broken up a tussle with them earlier, and he told me not to interfere anymore with them or I'd pay, and he came at me with a bat.
Okay, so he showed up in the house with a bat in his hand?
No.
Okay, so...
There was a scuffle earlier with my sister and my niece. My niece got involved.
About earlier meaning earlier this week, earlier this morning?
Just this morning, before they left.
Before your wife left?
My sister.
Before your sister left?
Yeah.
Okay, who lives here with you?
Nobody. I don't live here. My sister lives here and my niece lives here.
And you're just visiting?
I was visiting for the night.
Okay, so you're over here visiting your sister and your niece?
Yes.
Okay, and there was a tussle between your sister and her husband?
Yes.
And does the husband live here or no?
No.
Okay. Okay, is he an ex-husband or just current husband?
They're working on that.
Gotcha. So at some point earlier today, they get into some type of domestic?
Yeah, just this morning, then they left, and then he came at me.
They left meaning who? Both the parties?
Yeah, my sister took my niece and my nephew.
Okay, so they left.
Create some space with him, and then he came at me.
Okay, but did he leave also?
No. I stepped in and told them they needed to separate.
Right.
So then my sister leaves with my niece.
And how long ago did they leave? Been like an hour, 10 minutes?
20 minutes, maybe, I don't know.
Okay, so not terribly long.
No.
Oh, okay.
And then he's coming back at me. He still got the bat in his hand. What are you doing?
Where are you at? Where are you both?
In the living room.
Okay.
And then I turned around and he hit me in the back of the head with the bat. So I went to my room and got my gun.
So you went to your room, meaning the room you're staying in?
Yeah.
Okay, and you brought a gun with you?
Yes.
You always bring a gun?
I have a concealed carry always.
Okay. Hi, who are you? Okay, just stand over there for just a second, guys.
And then I told him to put the bat down.
And the wife was shut up as well.
What's your problem?
With the gun in your
Yes. I said, how much for that pat down? He wouldn't do it. He's like, and he came at me with the back end after he'd already hit me in the head. So I shot him to stop him.
Okay, and then what happened? For a second, where's the weapon at now?
It's in the bedroom.
So after you shot him, you put it back in the room, or?
Yeah, I went back to the bedroom to get my phone.
Okay, and what'd you do with your phone?
It's
okay, and then what'd you do? What'd you put your gun back? Grabbed your phone.
I cleaned my head up.
After was you laying there in the living room?
Yeah, he was laying there still. It just took me a minute to compose myself. I mean, I was just shaking, and then I called.
Gotcha. Okay.
Chandler Police Department, anybody inside, make it down. The firearms in the other room. I can't, what you said? Yeah, I just did. Yep.
All right, let me get your information. Does your husband live here or no? Oh. Gotcha. Okay, you guys know. Gotcha.
Now, I just wanted to mention that girl. I wish this wouldn't do that, but that girl standing is Lainey, which is one of the missing teenagers. She's 17, I believe. So I'm anxious to see if he even talks to her. I know, right? Where are these kids at?
Let me just get your. Do you have a driver's license? Jack, can just grab it. Thank you. L-O-R-I.
That's it. That's all we're gonna get. I don't know if there's any more. Let me just pause this. As far as more body cam footage, that's all I could find right now. I will surely be looking for more later. However, as of 9 hours ago, check this out. Let's see if I can go to this tab. I'm going to have to stream that tab separate, so hold on just a second. That's why I like to have all of my tabs in one window. And this is a, on the fly live stream, so not really all that prepared. But the story gets very interesting. Yeah, she's still free. They have not distributed the kids, and they gave them so many days to, show the kids. So I don't know what's happened with that. Where is it? Okay. There's also a video on this one. All right, so CBS 5 investigates exclusive. Charles Vallow, so her ex-husband, had substantial life insurance policy. So, motive is always usually money here. And this one's a weird one. Looks like there's a little bit of body cam footage here, but this is just snapshots. Let's look at these real quick. What happened today, though? Just in the last 20 minutes, he came at me with a bat. 2 of 5. Why is it not letting me? All right. It's not letting me. Oh, down here. That's a picture of Charles, private investigator who was hired by Charles and Lori's family members after Charles' death. And then, of course, a picture of Lori. Nice. All right, so let's play this little video here. Where did it go? I promise you guys there's a video on here. Did you see it? Yeah, it's, there we go.
CBS 5 Investigates uncover new information in the case of two missing children from Chandler.
We have learned that a big life insurance policy is involved in this crazy and confusing story.
Yeah, several people now tangled up in a web of murder, missing kids, and scandal. And now most of them are dead or haven't been seen again.
Chief investigative reporter Morgan Lowe has details you will only see here.
Fire department, what is the address of the emergency?
The 911 call came in at just after 8:30 in the morning, July 11th.
I got in a fight with my brother-in-law and I shot him in self-defense.
A man named Alex Cox calmly stating he had just shot and killed his brother-in-law in self-defense. A Chandler police body cam captured what happened when officers arrived on the scene.
You know, no weapons? All right, come on out this way. I'm gonna have you have a seat right here on the curb.
And what they saw when they entered the home.
Chandler Police Department, anybody inside, make some noise!
Empty rooms, mattresses on the bedroom floors, a handgun, and the body of 62-year-old Charles Vallow laying on the ground in the living room. Outside, police questioned the shooter.
No, what happened today, though? Like, just in the last 20 minutes.
He came at me with a bat. I turned around and he hit me in the back of the head with a bat. So I went to my room and got my gun.
Did you stay in your bedroom?
No,
Okay, why didn't you stay just in your bedroom, close the door? Is that something you didn't think about, or?
it didn't even occur to me. And he came at me with the bat again after he already hit me in the head. So I shot him to stop him.
Okay.
The audio is muted during the police interview with Charles Vallow's wife, Lori, and his stepdaughter, Tylee. But the police report indicates they relayed similar stories. There was an argument between Charles and Lori. Tylee came out of her room with a bat. Charles took the bat, struck Lori's brother, Alex. Alex shot Charles in self-defense. But Charles' family believes something else happened.
They ambushed him.
That was a setup.
And it will come out. It will come out. It was an ambush. No doubt in my mind.
Kay and Larry Woodcock are Charles Vallow's sister and brother-in-law, and they believe Charles' wife, Lori, wanted him dead.
She was so spoiled. It was ridiculous. And he did. He spoiled her. And she became a monster. Just a monster.
Court paperwork obtained by CBS 5 Investigates paints a picture of turmoil surrounding Lori Vallow in the months before the shooting. Lori up and left her family for 2 months in February of 2019. She cleared out their bank account. She said she was receiving spiritual revelations and visions.
Wow.
Told Charles she would kill him and destroy him financially.
Wow.
And began obsessing over an author of doomsday books who lived in Idaho.
What can you tell me about Chad Daybell?
Chad Daybell is an interesting character.
Rich Robertson is a private investigator hired by Charles and Lori's relatives. He describes Daybell's religious beliefs and followers as a cult.
Even though he was up in Idaho and she was down here, there seemed to be a very, very close, almost intimate relationship between the two.
Except for two problems. Lori was married and Chad was also married.
Yeah, they were both married.
Yeah, supposedly the brother died just a couple weeks later of, quote, natural causes. Okay.
And interestingly, both of their spouses wound up dead in a very short time from each other.
According to the obituary, Tamara Daybell died in her sleep October 19th.
Now they have recovered her body. His ex-wife, Daybell's ex-wife. They've recovered her body, and they're going to look at it to make sure it was natural causes for her as well. She died in her sleep.
Weeks later, Chad and Lori were married in Rexburg, Idaho. By November, relatives were starting to worry. Lori's two children, 7-year-old JJ and 17-year-old Tylee, hadn't been seen in months.
Rexburg police went out and contacted Lori, who was with Chad at that point, and asked about the kids. And Lori said, they're not here. They're with my friend in Arizona. So we contacted the police here and asked them to do the welfare check on the kids. And that's when the friend said, they're not here and they haven't been here. So at that point, somebody was lying.
Where are your children?
Lori and Chad have refused to answer any questions from the press or police. Lori's brother, Alex, is now suspected of trying to kill another relative, a shooting in October. 10 years ago, he was convicted of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon against Lori's previous husband. That man died unexpectedly in 2018. And Alex Cox himself was found dead in his Gilbert home in December. That brings us back to the beginning of our story, a fatal shooting in Chandler.
The Charles Vallow death. You have Lori, who was there and saw what happened.
Right.
You have Alex, who was there and pulled the trigger, but he's dead now. And Tylee, the other witness, is missing.
Tylee certainly was a witness to Charles' shooting. And if anybody knows what really happened, if there is a different story to tell, it could have been Tylee to tell that story. Does that have anything to do with why she is missing? I certainly hope not, but it's got to consider that as a possibility.
CBS 5 Investigates has learned of a potentially critical new piece of information that has never been reported before. According to two sources with firsthand knowledge of Charles Vallow's personal finances, he had a sizable life insurance policy. But that was news to Chandler police when we asked them about it last week.
Are your detectives aware that there might have been a money motive involved in this?
Not that I'm aware of. It's the first I'm hearing about it.
Maybe that there was a life insurance policy on Charles Vallow?
Nothing in our report, basically, from what I've read and what I've talked to detectives, has that information that I'm aware of.
According to Sergeant Jason McClymans, detectives are still processing evidence, so the case is still open. But he says everything still points to self-defense.
So we have a shooter, Alex Cox, who's dead, but the investigation is still open. Does that mean that it's a possibility that somebody else could have been involved in this, or there's another theory other than just self-defense?
I cannot get into that at this point, at that time, because the investigation is still open, so I can't answer that question at this time.
Charles, he's just not that way.
Larry and Kay Woodcock say Charles did not have it in him to get violent with anybody. So the idea that he attacked Alex is a non-starter.
You can't fight with someone who's not going to fight back.
They believe the real story of what happened inside that Chandler home in July will come out someday. They and the rest of the family are praying that JJ and Tylee turn up soon.
Why don't the police just arrest Lori and Chad and take them into custody?
That's obviously a question for the police.
Had we had probable cause in July or up until the point where these kids are missing, I assure you we probably would have made an arrest.
And at this point in time, there are no criminal charges filed in any of these cases, not the deaths and not the disappearance of Tylee and JJ. If you want to take a deeper dive into this story, we've created a family tree here, a timeline of the events that will answer all of your questions. You can find it on our mobile app and at azfamily.com/go-to/missing-kid.
Wow. So there you have it, guys. All right, so I'm going to get in the chat, and then I got to get ready to go. The 911 call the brother did, too. He was so chill. Yeah. And I hadn't heard that either, that he had killed her previous husband. Like, that's weird. Can you show us that site that was just mentioned in screen share? Well, it's going to be on the broadcast on the end. I don't have it pulled back up. I just closed it out. I'll put it in the description box, though. I can do that. But this whole case is just, yeah. And, as far as it being scripted and fake and all that stuff, guys, there are stuff that are scripted and fake that the media put out there, but I really don't think this is one of them. We have missing kids. The thing that bothers me is the 17-year-old girl, she looks really familiar to me. Like I've seen her picture somewhere before. So yeah, the bro killed the both of the ex-husbands, and then the brother died. Yeah, of natural causes. Kids go missing. Correct. Well, supposedly she says Lori, the mom, told investigators the children were with a friend in Arizona. They questioned the friend in Arizona and said, no, they're not with me and they never have been. These kids are missing. No one knows where they're at. And it seems to me like, they don't blink twice before thinking about killing someone in this case. So, yeah, Katrina, this case is whack. So many twists and turns. The mom is supposed to be present at the kids in 5 days and then doesn't, but she's arrested. I know, that is weird. So, yeah, she had 5 days. She didn't distribute the kids. So, just pray that these kids are found safe. I really hope she didn't, put them on the market or something, trafficking or something. I don't know. I don't want to go there. I don't want to think it, but the mom definitely has issues. And now it took the media to tell the police, hey, there's a substantial life insurance policy on the ex-husband. That would be motive to kill him. Motive for murder. So I'm going to go ahead and end this because I've got to go do my taxes. Fun. But I'll try to find some more on this later, and I'll put the link in the description. Could have been, Remy. Could have been. So, yeah, she was into that cult, weird, and I guess he is too. And so both their ex-spouses are dead. His and hers, and then they get married after that. Sounds planned to me. So much love, you guys. God bless. I'll put the links in the description box. Y'all have a good day. I might be back on later. Love ya.